Bam, make sure these work. Look at that. The cameras all work too. God, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Ooh, I can get rid of that though.
Super zoomed in.
Why are you so close to the camera? How do I take that thing off though?
Like this all night.
There we go. That's better. I didn't set the topics up on there. Yo, what's going on there, boys and girls? Welcome on in. It is Monday night, the overtime show. We are now exactly 1 week in for... Oh, I gotta move it. Oh, why did you guys get all jacked up? It was fine before. That's right. I'll do that while while you guys are sitting here hanging out chatting. Yeah, we are 1 week into Madden already, so life feels good. And you know, life's good. It's just, I don't know. Around the room, Dev just finished up a workout, so let's start off with Dev. Dev, how we living, man?
You know, living the dream. Living the dream, trying to stay healthy, trying to stay fit, you know. Gotta look good in October for TwitchCon when these people are gonna be offering me, you know, all kinds of brand deals. Nobody wants to work with ugly people these days. That seems to be the fit. I don't have boobs, so I gotta do something else.
That is factual, actually. There is a no ugly clause at TwitchCon, so I've seen it happen firsthand. So I've been on the losing side of that battle once before. So I get these cameras all set. Right. I mean, like it or not, like we are in show business, right? Like this is the deal. This is where we live. Right. And
We don't all have the sexy pepper like raw and shot. You know, some of us aren't just big. You know, looking like we walked out of Game of Thrones, massive meaty men like Rhino. I don't have the shiny, sexy cue ball look that you got going on.
You could though.
So I gotta come in there swole in a mug. You know.
Right.
But you're the only one who can bypass as Michael Strahan.
That is
like you could actually just go up to somebody and be like, "Hey, do you want to work with Michael Strahan or what?"
Yep, facts. This is true.
And everybody would be like, "Okay, let's go ahead and sign."
I didn't know Michael Strahan was at TwitchCon.
Yeah, in fact, Dev, if you don't sneak us into some parties, bro.
No, like I'm serious. Let me walk around TwitchCon in a Michael Strahan branded suit, and we might actually mess around and fool some people. Fresh cut, lineup, glasses.
I totally agree.
This sounds like stellar content, man. We need to be live streaming this as we're trying to get into all these restaurants and bars downtown afterwards. Like,
dude,
right?
Like we gotta do that. You go ahead and present the GoPro, and we'll make it happen.
All right.
Paper, rock, scissors with Michael Strahan.
What decade are we in, bro? My phone is. That's all you need is a phone.
Yeah, we could just say, "Hey, we want to shoot a quick shot with Michael Strahan in your restaurant. Do you mind if we get like one of your best tables?"
Right.
Boom.
I think we're in. This is going down for sure.
That's a move. Until we mess around and accidentally walk into the same place that Michael Strahan.
Right. Aren't you already? Didn't we just seat you like 5 minutes ago? That would happen too.
You look a little bit shorter than Strahan. Like, nah, man, you don't know TV ad height and weight, bro. Don't listen to what Wikipedia
Don't
says.
be fooled.
Don't be fooled. Just bring your lifts, bro. Just bring your lifts. We'll be all right.
Yeah, some platforms.
Yeah.
He is lying.
Mr. Rhino, sir, back from a little mudding excursion. I saw the taco in the mud. Looked very photoshopped. Well done.
Oh, dude, it was so fun. That wasn't much needed. It was a buddy's birthday, so we escaped up to the Arizona mountains and escaped the heat for a little bit and unplugged for 72 hours and had a lot of fun. Lots of good times.
Right on. Good. I like it. Shopmaster, sir, how are we living? How is how are those sweaty? You were in the ladder, right? You had to have logged into ladder stuff, right?
Yeah. So I logged into the ladder, but unfortunately on Saturday when I wanted to play, some idiot ran into my transformer for the neighborhood and all power went out. So I couldn't play, and then Sunday I just couldn't get in it as many games as I wanted to. So I went like 1-0 right before the ladder closed on Saturday, and then I could only play like 3 games on Sunday. So it's all good. You know.
And what was the minimum? What was the minimum you had to play? Do you know?
6 games.
Okay.
6 games.
And was it just that weekend? Or was that it?
Yep, that was it. That was
wow, that was so absurdly
I did
fast.
I did talk to EA. So for all of those who are looking for maybe a qualifier during the week, they're gonna have those. They actually are gonna have a qualifier during the weeks. Just some inside information for you guys.
Okay, good to know. Good to know, Mr. Raw Dog, sir. How are we living, man? Called in hook. If Dar's supposed to go back to work today and you already called in sick, this is some bullshit.
Well, dude, hold on. Whoa. So last week I had 3 teeth pulled, and I woke up and I have dry sockets. So I've been in a lot of pain this whole weekend.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Dry sockets are gnarly.
This might be the quietest we've ever heard Raw on a show, by the way.
The problem is that with my autoimmune deficiency already, my blood doesn't produce blood clots and all that stuff. So that's why I actually got it. So yeah, so I'm on loopy good medicine, and so I'm enjoying this,
all the
staying
lights
home and playing Madden.
Yeah.
All the lights.
Yeah, right. I can feel them.
Yeah, I can feel the light.
Man, that's how I was. I went and had that MRI on Friday, and I got back to the house and I had a fat kid meal because I felt like I deserved it. And then promptly
ketchup on the fries.
Yeah, ketchup on the fries because I didn't want to get another bowl. And then promptly fell asleep on the couch for 6 straight hours. So I am no good under any kind of influence.
Oh, wow.
That's all I do. I just fall asleep. That's why drugs were never good for me. So I'm like, I'm gonna take a nap. But whatever they cost, it was a waste, right? Yeah, like I can't. I've been like that my whole life too. Like, you want to do this? I'm like, no, I'm just gonna go to sleep. Like, I want to. How about we go do something?
Yeah.
But so all right, so we are a full week into Madden 23. First, I just want your like overall initial rating of the game, right? A 1 to 10 rating in the game. How do we feel about it? Starting things off. Dev, kick us off, sir.
All right, so here we go. Listen. Contrary to what feels like the entire game breaking earlier today, okay? I actually have said, and you can look it up on Twitter and wherever else you'd like, I actually think 8.75. Now, I have been very open about what is wrong. Number one being offensive line logic is terrible still. Not even talking about the loop blitz, right? We're just talking about sheds. We're just talking about missed D tackles, center disengages. Like, I could go on and on. I've put enough time in and watched enough film, right? Number two, as much as it felt like they definitely tried to help our solo grinders, you look at the content that's already released, right? They really ain't helped the solo grinders. I think that has been missing. And then number three, they've been very reactive as opposed to proactive about some of the things that have happened. I mean, again, we could even take today as in a nutshell, where it took them until 4 p.m. Central Standard Time for them to even say, hey, we understand the field pass is not working, right? But like, this had been going on since way earlier. There was no communication about the server maintenance being completed. Like, they're just dropping the ball on some just quality of life things that I was giving them props for early on. But nonetheless, I would still say it's easily, in my opinion, the best gameplay wise Madden that they've had in recent history. So 8.75. I think it's about a B plus, somewhere right around there.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It's been solid so far. The communication's always like, unless you're in like, I feel like on a phone call with them the whole time, it's never gonna feel like it's enough. And some people miss some things too. Like, I saw somebody get on this morning, they were complaining that the game was down. I'm like, yeah, we knew that, like, it was scheduled. So sometimes things get missed, but it's the start of a new game with a whole lot of new changes. So I expected some bugs and stuff here and there. Job, buddy, how are we rating the game so far?
Oh, I am almost there with Dev. I would say a 8. I would say an 8. Look, this is the best game at launch that we've had in probably, I don't know, 5 to 7 years. I literally said that. And I must have said this at least 4 times yesterday. Please do not touch anything. Please do not touch anything, because it's going to break something. I agree with Dev. The most glaring thing is the offensive line. The fullback just don't have a fullback, because he's literally going to just run right past the guy that's coming straight in, and is going to run and block.
It don't matter.
Nobody. Right. He's not going to block anybody. And then you have all these issues with franchise, which I don't think a lot of people have really caught on yet. But there's a lot of issues with franchise leagues resetting, not being able to save your depth chart, doing trades, and then they're reverting back. Like, the crazy thing is I never saw any of this in the beta. That's the crazy thing. Like, you play the beta to get feedback and you're like, oh, looks like everything's running well. And then you get the game on full launch and it's like, no, something's obviously wrong. So I think before I found out about all this CFM stuff, franchise stuff that I looked into today, I would have given it actually an 8.5, and now I'm almost down to a 7.5 now, because I know I said 8, but I'm really going down as the minute passes, as the hour, as each hour passes. I'm like, yo, this, because I also agree that the transparency or the communication has not been as well as we thought it was going to be. Remember when they put out the All Madden and they heard our feedback and they put out a blog post and saying, hey, we heard your feedback and we're going to make the next editions of the All Maddens better. Right. And then this maintenance stuff happens today and it's like, yeah, let's not say anything. Let's just not say anything. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Sometimes I do feel like the silence is instead of giving bad info, because they do that, they're getting slaughtered, right?
Yeah.
But just something like, hey, we're still working on it, BRB, right? Like something like that. Just a little bit. Just anything you tweet out. Calm some nerves, right? Some people are just miserable regardless. We know that that's humanity. But a little bit here and there. Rob, buddy, how are you liking the game so far? What's your rating?
I'm right there, 8.5, 8.75. I definitely agree with the communication. Sometimes we get spoiled with certain types of people. Like, we were spoiled with Guru and we were spoiled with Cray. When things happen, they immediately hit us up and let the community know. I don't know who runs the channels now, so maybe they're not as outgoing as those two were, so I don't know. But yeah, when you're blocking with the O-line and the guy just stands there like this and the guy runs around you and sacks you, and you have an 88 overall offensive line across the board and they don't work, that bothers me. You know what I mean? But I was saying this to you guys before we went live. This is the best game Madden launched since at least MUT 16.
Yes.
By far.
Yeah.
By far. And in your chat yesterday, I believe it was, people were like, they're doing an update to the game. Why? Server maintenance. And you said, what? There's server maintenance every week, and I agree that there should be certain things picked up. And like Shop was saying, please don't touch this, please don't touch this, please don't touch this, please don't touch this. This is running good, But I love the game, and you guys know me. I'm very critical of Madden every year, but I love this game.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah, I think outside of the O-line logic, the rest of the
gameplay and that loop blitz that everyone does, that's annoying. But a good player there is. I figured out a way to get away with it.
I was about to say, I feel like people are adjusting now. I feel like people are adjusting to the loop blitz to the point where I'm like, maybe they don't really have to patch it.
Right.
I'm egging them on. I was telling Kay, when I'm playing on my Xbox, I'm like, run that play again, please, thank you. And I just hurry up offense and dump it. Listen, Parham is a beast, so
yeah,
keep blitzing me.
I think I still like that blitz, like the linebacker zero blitz. I think I'm liking it because it's a situational play. Right, if you use it like you would if you were an NFL coach would, right? Like, hey, it's 3rd and 15. Let's just not let him have any time here, right? Like, that's when you call that up, not 1st and 10 to start the game off, right? Don't be a twat. But
even on the offensive side, as a casual player like me, that play is actually making me get better at the game, because now I have to think about how to beat that play in multiple different situations. Yeah. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just use it to set people up. I sit and blitz I sit in a cover 2 and then blitz the slot DB.
Right. Yep.
And they try to get rid of it fast. And it's like a pick.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. That's football. Like, when you're doing that's the stuff I appreciate. Like, if someone's beating me using that play, but they're actually analyzing and mixing it up, or vice versa. If I run it and they beat it, that's what I like to play against. And that's what I think this year head-to-head is much better than it has been in the past years, like you were saying earlier, Kay.
Yeah, even my punk ass has been like enjoying and playing head to head, even on stream. Shop, it's been happening. I've been showing the world the skills.
I came in and you picked somebody up and off, and I was like, hold on, he's not even playing squads. This is just him.
Yeah. I even got one that's going on a TikTok. There was one I was damn proud of. I did a little stop and go. I was like, oh, that's a TikTok. That's going right up. No one's gonna believe it was me, but it's going right up. Yeah, no, it's been it's been fun to me, right? The changes so far have made it fun. Oh, we dropped one.
Lost Raw.
Well, we lost Raw. All right, we'll switch to this one real quick. All right, Rhino. So, as someone who took a year off and did not play a lot of head-to-head beforehand, Ross is making me change these cameras. Good. What's your thoughts first week into the game? I know you took a couple days off, but I know you did dive into some head-to-head and hit them streets a little bit. How are we feeling about it?
So just looking at it from, I'm going to look at it as just like a casual player. You know, I know you guys are super integrated into the game and whatnot with schemes and
I don't know what happened.
that goes into it. It just, we good?
We're good. Go ahead.
I just keep looking at my CK.
I don't know what happened. I got
stream just flipping like each.
Every time I click the button, he comes back.
I'll go over. I'm sitting there like this. Sorry.
Just looking at it from a casual fan standpoint, you know, I have no qualms right now. It's fun. There's a lot to do. Learning all the new stuff with Inside Mud, with the field pass, the competitive pass. Trying to keep track of everything that you got to do inside of that, and just diving into every little bit of MUT has kept me entertained. I've even dove into Face of the Franchise for shits and gigs. Played a ton of the yard, had fun with that. So just as like a casual player, it's a good game. I feel like it's been a good release so far without diving into the nitty gritty, really advanced portions of the game. It's been fun for me.
Right on. Good. Yeah, no, I can cry. I think across the board, right? Whether you're just logging in and playing head to head all day, or if you're an offline player or anything like that, like I think it's just all around so far a good game. Yep. Let's talk about these field passes for a minute, though. We did talk about Dev brought up the solo grinders. It seems like for the comp pass, I mean, unless they change some stuff up and add in more of the stats for the comp pass, it doesn't look like there's enough competitive tokens in offline play to even get Trevor Lawrence, right? Who I think is going to be terrible. I don't know if anybody has him yet, but I'm not expecting anything from a free 88 overall quarterback named Trevor Lawrence specifically. But like, do we feel like this is probably going to be a floating target for a little while, right? Like if we look at MLB had, like you have your super grinders, right? Who like go through this stuff and, they would set out 500,000 XP grinds. And then in 2 days, guys like, done. What the fuck? Like, now what do I do? Like, give us more, right? And now every program is damn near 1 million XP if it's more than 2 weeks long. I mean, so like they appease the no-lifers who even at 1 million, I was still done a week ahead of time because I no-life the game like an idiot. We think we'll see much more kind of floating targets a little bit more, maybe some more stat stuff, maybe some more stuff for offline players to get comp tokens. We think they're going to kind of hold their ground a little bit on this. What do you think, Shop?
I think they'll assess what's going on. Like if they're smart, they won't jump to, a consensus right away. Oh, we need to hurry up and change this. I think you're going to see them kind of slow roll this, and they're going to see, okay, how many people are actually achieving these targets that we have, and how many are not. I think that's how they should do it, and hopefully that's how they will do it, because you got to understand, this is their first time doing this, right? This is their first time doing this kind of field pass, and I don't know how the programs were on MLB when they first came out, but I would suspect that there was some eye-opening experiences where they were like, okay, these guys finished this really quick. We probably need to maybe add some more stuff to it, or make it a little bit longer or something. So I hope that they slow roll this and don't jump to any conclusions and just let it sit, just like I want them to do that with the gameplay. Let it sit a little bit. Let people get adjusted to it, because you know what happens even with gameplay. As we start to get better players, the gameplay starts to change as well. So I hope they just let it sit. I am #no stars left behind crew.
God, that's crazy to
it's-
hear, bro. This is
Yeah.
wild to hear.
That is crazy. You're playing head to head, and I'm doing
I
solos.
know it's a
Like,
whole
who-
different
like-
Madden, man.
Like who
That
would have
is
thought? Who
testament
would have
that I think
thought?
they made a good game, right? If you're playing solos
Yeah.
and I'm playing the head-to-head, like I think something's going right. They got us across streams
Yes.
here.
Exactly.
I like it. Dev, what do you think? Do you think that they should leave it so that even for the competitive field pass, you have to play some head-to-head to get the top player reward? Like right now, it's only, you got to play, well, like 10 games. I think you're only going to be off by like 8 or 10 comp tokens. Do you think that's fair anyway?
You know, here's the truth. In MLB, it's one or the other, right? Like, truth of the matter is, like, if we're going to compare it to what is comparable to right now, MLB, you can obviously wait until a bunch of people win and then sell.
Right,
Or
right.
you make the jump and go play BR or go play events or go play, you know, ranked, right? Otherwise, you have to wait and hope that they put that in the next program as program rewards, which
Right,
there's
right.
no guarantee. We've seen
Yeah.
plenty of, and especially this year, and that's why people were kind of griping about it this year, is because obviously what did they do? They started with the BR rewind pack. So they stopped throwing those BR cards into just the next program, which we were used to, and said, hey, we're enticing you to go play this mode now.
Right.
I obviously am very indifferent. I am a guy that, you know, tries to play head-to-head day one, if plausible. I did not play head-to-head day one this year just because the game is very different, but I have been in the head-to-head streets. I think here's what I'll say. I think that they should find a way to make it obtainable no matter how you play. Everything should be obtainable and not just via coins or Madden points. However, I think the only mode that should be precedent with the extra rewards should be MUT Champions. I think those that really are them demons that go in there, because I'm 0 for 5 in MUT Champions. They kiss my ass right now. Y'all can all kiss my ass. So, you know, I think MUT Champions should be, you know, what it is, right? Like you got to earn it, whatever. However, I think that there should be a way for you to be able to play the game offline and or at least add an additional offline mode besides solo battles.
Okay.
Right? I think that there needs to be more than just solo battles and challenges at this point, because similar to Shop, I'm team no stars left behind, because those stars really do matter this year more than they have in other years.
Mhm.
And replaying the challenges, sure, they get you the stats and stuff like that, but after a while that shit gets boring, right? Like we were complaining about it last year, kicking 250,000 field goals, right? And essentially you're just telling the guys that don't want to play online, like, yeah, you can just replay these solos and get those stats, but other
Right.
than that, it's very boring. It's very just mind numbing. So I think there needs to be a little bit more, but I don't think that there will be more. I don't know that they do much more than they've been able to do. I mean, it was a great first effort. I think they'll grow on it for Madden 24. But if they really want Madden Ultimate Team to grow, because obviously this is their bread and butter and they want more people to feel, you know, comfortable to be in this mode and to maybe utilize the microtransactions, they're going to have to figure out a way to make it more engaging than just solo battles. So,
Right. Yeah, no, I can get down with that. Rhino, do you think that the answer to that problem is to make these comp player rewards not binder and make them auctionable, or add them in like a month in a, maybe not a rewind pack, but as a redux player?
That's probably a good idea, doing it as a Redux player or something, just to give people who aren't diving into it as much, you know, an opportunity to get these cards, you know, after the fact. I mean, kind of like what Shop was saying. I mean, this is all new. The field pass stuff is new. You know, they're taking a step in the right direction. I think the field passes are a huge W on paper. They just need to execute a little bit better, in my opinion. And I think they'll get there. I think they'll listen to the feedback and whatnot, and they'll get to a better place. And they're just kind of playing it by ear. But I mean, it is interesting looking at the competitive field pass side of it. it gets me going into more head-to-head stuff as a casual player. Like I don't go into head-to-head like ever, and the fact that you have these opportunities to get some of these cards and whatnot, it helps me, dip my foot into those waters and you kind of get out of my comfort zone. So, yeah.
Right on. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I agree. Rob, what do you think?
Surprised they don't have.
Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead. I thought.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'm surprised they don't have like. Why isn't MUT Draft solos a part of,
Should be
the field pass?
Right.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's not like that. To me, that would be an obvious, way for people to get in there, because especially for new people who are trying to build their team, they don't feel like their team is able to compete. They can draft the team and play against the computer, and if they win, get cards, and that XP should go towards the field pass.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree. It was actually going to be my question to Raw. Raw, do you think I mean, you're right on track though. It's perfect tie-in show. For like further engagement on some of the stuff, even outside of MUT, do you think that they should add in things for the Yard and Superstar KO mode to go ahead and give competitive tokens and program or field pass XP?
Yes, I think every game mode should have something. Every game mode, even maybe somehow, I think we talked about it before they even brought it up, went live. Having a franchise mode, stuff on there, uniforms, stuff like that. You want as much engagement as possible on these. And I think, Shop was saying before he's not too familiar with the MLB, but the season 1 was 500,000 XP. And it was only 3 weeks long.
Yeah.
3 weeks. And then they realized, holy cow, these people are banging this out in 4 days. The next one was a million and 2 weeks long.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's 1 million for 52 days, the timeline's way too long. Because you know what's going to happen? Every one of us is going to finish this and we're going to be like, listen, there's nothing else to do. And they're going to get bored like everyone else does. And then you're going to have the negative part come out of people. I think it should be maybe 22 days, maybe maybe a month, not 52 days or 55 days. The
only thing that I think some of this is pretty planned out though, right? Because there's only so much XP you can get, period. Right?
Right.
So I think they have this maxed out where you're going to have to play, I think 90% of the game, right? Of all the objectives to hit that 1 million, right? I think it's pretty purposely and strategically laid out. I do agree though. I feel like 60 days per pass may be a little bit longer, because the other one, like if you miss a week or two, right, you feel so far behind that you're never catching up. Where, if it's only a month long, like, well, I didn't get this one, the next one's in 2 weeks, I can dive in.
To actually be fair, now that we're comparing the two, on the MLB side, there was a lot of stats, a lot of players that you had to use to get XP on, each week when they released something out of the program, you had to use certain players to unlock more XP. This one isn't as engaging yet, and I think it was Shop, or maybe Dev said 2024, Madden 24 will probably be that. This is a test beta for them to see how this works. Agreed. I think it's going good right now, but there's not enough for the non-spenders. And I'm a spender, so there's not enough for the non-spenders to keep up. When you go into a game with me, you're going up against a full 88 overall. That's not fair if you're not spending any money. You know what I mean? It's not. No, it's really not fair to me because of DDA. But
whatever. Cover 6 in your ass right into the ground, bro. Come at me. So for something like I said, I think they'll make tweaks, and whatnot here and there on how to do it. There's some expansion, there's some possibilities there. I did see 2 things though in the early capture event we were part of. It's in one of my YouTube videos, so I think I'm allowed to talk about it. There were objectives that were player and team based. I know they're
still there.
Are they still there?
Yeah, they're still in there.
I haven't seen. Where are those at?
They've been down there before. I've seen something about a specific team rushing yard and
I saw they had Raiders rushing yards. I thought they took them out and they're not in this pass right now. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, they were. Well, remember the pass updates every week, and the comp pass updates every 2 weeks.
Yeah, but the stats tracker for the season 1 field pass is all the same. That one has not updated. That one's all the same. That's what I meant.
No,
It was in the
because those,
season
I don't
one
think
field
those
test.
fall under stats. I think they just fall under the regular objectives that they update every week.
I don't see those anywhere. I mean, it could come out in a different program, right? We could have a program with those guys in there too.
Yeah.
But it's so far I don't think I've seen the team specific ones other than that early
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw
capture
that.
event that we had privy to. But it was throw X amount of yards with Tampa Bay quarterbacks or rush with Raiders running backs. So that is coming this year. So that'll be a nice add-on. And I did see Jake Stein mention that he would love to add in events with kind of gated lineups like MLB does for the events. Do house rules with specific teams, but what they're trying
I've
to
been
overcome.
calling for that for a bit.
Yeah, well, their problem is they're trying to figure out what type of base team to give you and how to swap in your own players, right? Because not everybody, like, it's Madden, not MLB, right? People don't keep every card in the game. They sell
Yeah,
every
that's
card
fair.
they get. So if you're like, hey, play with only NFC East teams, like, I don't have any. You know what I mean? So, like, I have to go buy these guys. They don't want it to be now every 82 overall running back for the Eagles is 300,000 coins, right? They want to avoid that.
And the easy way to do that is just to put it in Mud Draft.
That's true. That could work.
Yeah,
Kinda
you
like a
just
battle
have the
royale
players
Oh,
type
yeah,
in
yeah. Then
Mud
you draft it. Well, they
Yeah,
got to give you a
you
base
just
team,
draft
though.
it.
Like, I'm not sitting there
Yeah,
drafting
exactly. So that's
30 people.
No. You just draft your 11 on 11. Nobody gives a damn outside of the starters. Stop
Right,
it.
right.
Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Maybe 15 because some of us like to do our little, situational substitutions
Right,
or whatever.
right.
But yeah,
Yeah, but even if like I was saying before, you know how they have the tops, each week they come out with different tops cards.
Yeah.
If you do the solos, if you do what's expected, you'll get those cards, and you can still sell them and do all that. They have to listen. MLB laid out the platform for them. All they literally have to do is just copy and paste.
Yeah, and I think they intend to.
Legitimate.
They just have to learn, how exactly to implement it. And that's going to take a little bit of time. So I don't know if we see it this year. I think you're right. I think it might not be till next year how we get some of those. But it's in the right path. I like where things are going.
Is he frozen?
Yeah,
Definitely,
Dev's frozen. I like that screenshot though. If anyone wants to clip that, go ahead and use that. That's a good. He's got the pose going.
He looks like he's angry.
Yeah, he's ready to
Yeah, he
pounce
looks-
right there. He's ready to
Yeah, I
go
was
at
about
it.
to say, looks like he's about to go in on something.
Right.
It must be something with Discord because I was sitting here chilling with you guys. All of a sudden, I was frozen and gone.
Yeah. No, Discord's being a little wonky. So I don't know what's up. Servers must just be acting up.
Madden touched him. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Those damn servers.
So how do we feel, Shop? Tell me how rough is head-to-head play for you? Like what, like how are the wins stacking up? What level are you playing at right now? What are you kind of outside of the loot blitz, right? That is in every mode and every skill level right now, because every nerd with thumbs has found that on YouTube and figured it out. But anything else kind of meta that you're tracking so far outside of the norm?
I mean, look, the meta right now is no matter what, like you're playing man and you're blitzing everybody. Like that's because the offensive line is so bad. That's what the meta is. It's play man, press, and blitz everything. But on the opposite side, and I think Raw touched about it before, this allows you to just throw it up to Parham and who just aggressive catches over everybody. And that's what you're seeing on offense. You're seeing a lot of aggressive catches. But the reason you're seeing a lot of aggressive catches is because they're singled up because everybody else is blitzing.
Yes.
So you have to, you have to be a little bit more balanced. And like I said, I found sort of my little game plan where I may come out in that look, but then I'm cover 2 in one side, or I'm, mabling one side and blitzing the slot cornerback. And that slot cornerback comes in free just as good. So, and because of how bad the offensive line is, you really don't need to blitz everybody in order to still get pressure.
Right. Like
randomly, there will be a B gap that will just a lineman will just come in free for no reason. So I love the gameplay right now because I do think it's balanced. You got the crazy blitz, but you also have all these ad catches that are going on as well. And I just think once people start to get abilities on their players, like so many people still don't have abilities on their players, you know. But then I ran into this guy who had deep out KO on a player, or he had short in KO on a player, and like the whips, you know, because whips are going to beat man every time.
Mm-hmm.
They were just popping out every time I would throw it, and his guy would be right there, and it would be an incomplete pass. So I love the balance. You know, you can have gripes, but I think it's equal gripes. There's not a gripe on just one side of the ball. It's gripes on both sides, but all in all, it's a balanced gameplay, and I am loving it. I am absolutely love playing, and that's another reason why I'm playing the solos, right? Because I'm loving the gameplay, and even though I do think it's a chore to play against the computer and everything, but I got to get my stars. I got to get through this season 1 field pass and all of this stuff. So I'm just having fun with the game. I'm playing way more than I thought I would be at this time early on. It's just been a blast to play.
Yeah, I know. I think that's a really, really good point, especially, you know, with some of those, you know, like the zero blitz. I feel like it's by design, right? Where ad catches on one-on-one are working, especially with a 6'8" tight end, where they said that the higher the better, right? That is by design. Like, hey, you want to send 7? Cool. Mm-hmm. There is a counter for it, right? And I think that's what I'm liking so far, right? I'm seeing counters for things, right? If you're running man blitz, I can run inside zone. If I'm calling the right play with the right abilities, I'm going to win, right? But if that guy knows what he's going to do and he has short in KO, now we have a battle, right? Like now we're set up where this is going to be difficult.
I don't feel like running is bad either. Like I feel like running the ball is effective as well, even against the loop blitz. Like I've seen that. So I you know, for everything you can complain about, there's also some good to it as well.
Yeah. No, I agree. Steph, what are your thoughts on is Steph frozen again? Is he just sitting really still?
No, I'm here. I'm just
dude, he's sitting so still.
No, he is frozen.
Way to go, Drax. Jesus
Oh no,
Christ.
there he is.
No, I'm here.
If I sit really still, you can't see me.
Yeah. Hey, you know what it is though?
I've mastered the art.
You got to be in the moment where you just don't want to be seen. You just got to chill.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to be willing to breathe real soft. You know, we got to be willing to breathe real soft. I got a toddler in the house, boy, so sometimes you got to just, you know what I'm saying? So.
Oh man, I love it. Carry on.
Sorry about that. I don't know what the hell happened. You know, ISPs for the win there. But anyways, no, I agree with what Shop said, man. I don't really think the game is in that terrible of a state as far as gameplay goes. I've been having a blast. You know, we spoke about it early on that the skill-based passing is really going to separate the good from the elite. Man, and running actually might be my favorite thing in this game. No cap. Like being able to actually plant your feet, hit a hole. I mean, some of y'all remember the whole stop and goes from the current gen. Like I'm putting people on milk cartons. I got people out here on milk cartons. They don't know who they are, where they at, when they've been to. So, and the loop blitz is the most annoying thing. The man meta is tough, but the 2 ways that you can beat the man meta are getting better at the skill-based passing. And this year more than ever, you kind of have to be able to read not so much defensive defensive fronts, while that's still very good to know, to be able to audible and whatever, choose your whatever. However, what you need to be reading this year is shading and knowing if they're going to give you outside leverage, inside leverage, things of that nature, and then being able to place the ball against those leverages is really what's going to make a difference. It's frustrating though. I'm talking all these jargons and whatnot, but it's not without its frustrations to really get lucky or get good, I should say, not necessarily lucky, but yeah, everything's got a counter, right? Like you loop blitz me 7 times, I'm running the ball 6 out of 7 times. You can guarantee it. I'm gonna throw one pass the first time, and then I see you line up in that formation again. Well, guess what? As soon as your loopers come around the outside, my ass is in the middle of the field and probably putting a move on your user and making you look foolish. So like, that's so you just got to kind of know what you want to do. I said it earlier. I think the game overall feels really good. I've been playing a lot of Madden for a long time, as all of you guys have, and it's the best. Put the sticks in my hand, whether it's regs or whatever, and put me on the virtual gridiron, and it's the best feeling Madden that we've had in a very, very, very long time. So
yeah, I agree. Yeah, a lot of people are like mentioning, like the glitch blitz is. I don't think it's really a glitch. I think it's just highly effective, right? Sending 7 is highly effective in football.
Yes,
and like you said, like
again, it comes with its faults because of the O-line logic,
right?
Yeah, the O-line,
yes.
missing stuff. Like and I say this with such little yes, I do think it needs to be tweaked. Let me whisper that. I don't want them to hear too loud. However, don't fucking touch nothing else.
Right. Yeah, that's it. I think O-line logic is the only thing people are like a little tweak, and not overhaul, right? Just a small tweak. But even like, about the looping blitzes, like I was on my lunch break today, I may have pulled up Gridiron Game Plans. It's like, okay, Zan, how do I stop this? And sure as shit, found a bunch of ways. And even I figured him out, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying if he comes out in that same, like he'll get me the first time, right? Like I'll let it go and see what he does. If he lines up in that again, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going RPO, or I'm running a screen, or I'm running up the middle. Like knowledge, right? Just knowledge of the game. You go, okay, I know how you're going to send 7. I know how to get someone open, or inside zone, or short in elite. You want to run man? I'll find a way to beat you.
And steal a tip from Zan, and I think it's something that we all could agree on. And this is why Shop has been so successful, low key, because Shop has always kind of been this guy. Even last year, when everybody was using escape artists and rolling out and making passes, that wasn't who Shop was. If y'all really watch Shop Master, that man plays pro style football, meaning that he may come out in shotgun, but he understands to step up in a pocket. And I think a lot of us are getting frustrated. And I heard this tip from Zan yesterday, just kind of perusing, doing my research or whatever. Sometimes we get mad because we see a 5-yard in, a 7-yard slant. However, because we've dropped back 11 goddamn yards, all of a sudden that's an 18-yard slant.
Yeah.
And so when we see these long windups and stuff like that, and we're like, throw the ball. I myself am very bad at this, because we're so used to just getting out of the way of the pressure. Whereas in this year, you got to have pocket presence if you want to pass. And that's what it is in real life, right? Like, we're not watching. How many times do we honestly see Patrick Mahomes step back 15 yards and then throw a ball? That doesn't really happen unless his pocket is completely trash. Usually he's stepping into the pocket and making those throws. So that's something really that all of us need to practice. So, pro tip for y'all.
Right. We watch football on Sunday. You're going to see only a 3 or 5 step drop and then 1 or 2 steps forward after that. Not, like you said, like we do in Madden, 12 more backwards. I am so guilty. Like when I was getting beat by the loop blitz the other day, I was like, God, I cannot get. And then my chat was like, stop dropping back, idiot. And I looked back. I'm like, oh shit, look at me, way the fuck back there. Like not even realizing that I'm holding back on the left stick. Like I have to just let it go. They called me right out, and they were dead on. Right, now, buddy, how you feeling about the just the meta, the counters, like what if anything needs to be tweaked? I know you haven't had a chance to play a whole ton, but
I've really got nothing really to add to it, to be honest. I haven't dove in too much. I played some head to head, but I mean that was day 1 and 2. I mean I kind of stayed away from the head to head for the last couple days until I can figure some things out. So yeah, I don't really have much to add.
All right, that's okay. I think we beat that topic to death. Go ahead, Shop.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have something to ask Kay, man. I know you are a solo battle guy. What do you think about the solo battles and the refresh every day for opponents?
I like it. I like it a lot.
You don't like having to get the high score and
no.
And all of that?
I'm kind of torn on this, right? So 4 a day is a lot. Right, it's a lot of games, right? But luckily they go by quick because I put out a YouTube video, shameless fucking plug.
No, it's very good actually.
Yeah.
Except I started on next gen, which was a mistake.
Oh, today's a new day. You can switch over today.
I was gonna say, hopefully I can switch over today.
Yeah, I did because I messed up and I went to go play a house rules game and I clicked on solo battles and I do all head to head on next gen and I locked myself out for the last 2 days of it. So I made sure to check it today on old gen, and it does in fact did refresh, and I can go in and play it there. But I think the 4 a day is a nice add-on, right, for solo grinders. They're not, even on Legend, they're really not difficult if you know how to play them, and they only take about 10 minutes each, right? So it's not like you have to sit there for hours. So
you can complete all 4 in 1 hour.
Oh yeah, hands down.
Really?
Yep. 2 clock inside zone. I'm out.
Just kicking a field goal and then chewing clock.
As time, I will not even score the first half. I mean, I don't care if I'm on the 1 yard line. I will wait so they don't call timeouts within the last 2 minutes. I will just slowly march my ass down that field, and then with under 30 seconds, get within field goal range and win the game.
So let me ask you a question though.
Yeah.
Let me just ask you a question though, because obviously they've got like, how do you feel about that though? And then like that kind of hurts you on the stat side of things though, doesn't it?
Well, that's only for the Legend games if I'm in a rush, right? So it's 10 Legend games, 10 MVP games, and then all the rest you can play on Rookie, right? So if I got to go for stats, even still, just doing it that way, I still got all the stats done.
Got you. Okay.
So like, I'm hoping they increase that down the road, like we were talking about tweaks to the field passes, right? Instead, make it 5,000 passing yards, right? Make it a grind a little bit. Make me grind a little bit, and that'll change it down the road. But and this goes for MUT champs too. I think there should be top 100 rewards, right? I think they should, like, to some degree. I think I'd be, even if it's, hear me out though, even if it's only like 20 extra comp tokens.
20 is a lot though.
It is a lot, but if you're going to get top 100 in solo battles, that's 28 40-minute games in a week, right? That is a grind. That means you spent all of your time. If you finish top 100 in there, right? Or, stagger it, however you want to do it. But I feel like comp tokens, even some packs, I think would, help kind of spread it out a little bit, right? Give the hardcore grinders. And I feel the same for MUT champs too, right? I think if you are 25-0 in MUT champs, bam, here's 25 extra comp tokens.
There's nothing, you don't get anything for playing MUT champs?
Nope.
No, you don't get nothing.
Other than better comp tokens.
Yeah, there's no, there are still rewards for doing the stuff, supposedly. This is what they said, right? But I haven't seen anybody say that they've been granted anything yet.
Yeah,
they originally said there were going to be rewards outside of the field pass, but then I think I saw somewhere today where they said, nah, your rewards are in the field pass. So right. I don't really know.
Yeah. I think it's all just out of the field pass right now, and I actually hope that they do tweak that a little bit. I said I don't need it to be crazy rewards, right? I don't need it to be like last year where it's 10 packs and an 89 plus pack and this and like, but add in something for these guys that are out there grinding their asses off.
A little quick sell is nice too.
I don't even know if they need to add that. I don't even know if we need coin quick sells. I'd rather just see either a pack or honestly just competitive tokens.
So let me ask you this question, because that's something that I've been, so like, do you, and this is a terrible question because I also agree with the whole no participation trophy award community and all that jazz, right?
Doesn't sound like it. Doesn't sound like it.
I do.
He's like, let me start off by saying this.
Yeah, I don't agree with the participation trophy award community, okay? And I feel like currently the field pass feels more like that than not. Right? Because they're just like, hey, thanks for showing up. They're not really, I feel like they've kind of taken the competitive edge out of it, which is why it's no longer just Thursday through Sunday, right? And obviously there's no rankings anymore, right? So like, unless you're for sure in these MCS things, they are truly trying to make it as casual friendly as possible. Now, if you're a casual, I can assure you right now, if you walk yourself into MUT Champions, you're probably going to get your ass clapped. But, like, just telling the truth, because like them boys in there are different than playing all Madden seasons or all pro seasons. Right. Been there, done that, and I don't even call myself a casual. Okay, got it. So, do you think that, because I would be surprised if they do anything for season 1, right? Like, again, we've all agreed it's kind of like a test, like we're just kind of feeling the water, seeing whatever. I am even of the essence of, because we all have been blessed to kind of work with them behind the scenes, we know that like all of their content's already pre-planned, right? We already know this, right? So like I am of the essence of, I don't think that they really change anything until the next game. Just kind of like what happened with franchise. They said they were going to do a bunch of stuff. We got like 2 little things. And then obviously we got most of it in this game, even though it's kind of broken. do you actually miss the top rewards? Like what does that, like, did it make you feel any better? Did you feel any additional sense of accomplishment? Do you like
Oh, sure. Yeah. Getting like top 10 rewards in solo battles was great, right? The rewards are fantastic. But at the same time, I think I kind of like how they did this, right? And I kind of like, I might be one of the minority here because I know some guys don't want to play any head to head. But I like that you have to play some head to head to get the final 20 comp tokens.
Yeah.
Right? Because even like, look at MLB, right? MLB, like, I never made World Series. Bet your ass I played 300 innings though and got that damn player. Right? So I still went in and played.
but can you play, like,
ecosystem.
can you get comp? Oh yeah, because I guess you can just do stats, right? So you can still play a full game,
Right.
get as many stats as you hopefully can, and still get those tokens.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want to, right, you can do it that way. So it's still possible. But you need to be in that element, right? There's like, it's a competitive field pass, right? And it's only 20 points, right? We're not talking like you need to go play 200 head-to-head games, right? We're talking even on the regular one, it's like what, 20 games, right? Win 20 games, and you can do it on squads. You can do it on the regular casual mode, right? You can go on. It's like, you know, you don't even have to do it on all Madden, right? Like, I'll just go into the straight bunzo mode, right? Let me play with the chumps like me that don't know how to read a defense. Like, cool, let's throw it up. So I don't know. I think I like it a little bit. Even like the squads. I've been playing squads lately with chat. Like, it's a different way to. It's adding in more ways to play. But again, I do wish that they would add in like superstar KO mode or the yard, because those could be competitive modes, right? Those are against other people. It should be competitive mode.
So let's ask Rhino, just because I know Rhino's, no offense, like, this isn't shade, but like, Rhino's obviously the most casual player here of us. Looking at the field pass and like what it offers you and how you feel about the reward path and everything like that, like, number one, do you feel like your time is truly being rewarded? And number two, are you more inclined to give head-to-head a shot because it's kind of required to get you over that last little hump for that pass?
I mean, yeah, it's inclined me to play more head to head. I definitely dove into house rules in the first couple days when I typically wouldn't, you know. Does the reward track need some work? Absolutely. I mean, that's always been kind of a knock on Madden, is the things we get, they're the cards that they give out to us are usually kind of subpar and people don't typically use them. So I mean, just kind of going back to MLB, you know, some of those cards you get rewarded for really putting in that grind are worth it. You know, look at what K did. You know, like, I would go through and pay 300 innings just to get, you know, some top tier cards, you know, and if they did that within Madden, I would absolutely be grinding a lot more. But to me, even just being a casual, some of those cards, I'm just like, you know, it'd be kind of cool to get, but I'm not like, oh my God, I got to go get that.
Does somebody feel like they have kind of got this thing backwards? Like, why is house rules just field pass and solo battles competitive?
I think because it's the half game, or I think it's the time thing, right? Like, if we end up with full game house rules again, those will probably count for competitive tokens.
The competitive tokens.
But I agree with Shop, right?
Yeah, I do too.
I just think if you play the computer, that should just be regular field pass. I don't consider the computer competitive. I just don't.
I don't know. Ask all these people that keep losing these solo battle games. I think they think it's real damn competitive.
I get it.
Holy crap.
It's a choice, right?
Right.
It's still a choice, right? Whereas when you load up to any sort of online gameplay, you have no idea what type of sweatiness you may be in or not in, right? And I agree with the same thing with the yard and superstar KO. And I would even love for them to tie in, like Raw said, I would love for them to tie in face of the friend. Like, you should at this point tie in your entire game,
exactly.
right?
MLB, 100%.
You can play the entire game and you're leveling up. And if you decide to go into Diamond Dynasty, then you've got all that stuff waiting for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's no reason why at this point that I don't feel like playing MUT. Maybe I feel like just playing, you know, my franchise, but it's still a 32 player franchise. Why shouldn't I be able to get points for that? you know?
Right.
Or I just feel like playing regs today. Why shouldn't I be able to get points for that? Or I feel like running the yard, right? Like, why shouldn't I? You know, so I again think this year they were just kind of feeling the water. They wanted to hear, feedback if people were interested. I think next year and maybe even the year after that, we will see them implement more and more. It would behoove of them to do so, because that will be an easy way to really truly garner more, just more, right? Like that's what they want ultimately is more. Like it gives you the ability to put in more and to ask for more, right? Because you're a little bit more inclined to be like, oh yeah, I've been getting stuff all over the place. And then if they start throwing in those packs that we were used to, where like, oh yeah, you reached this level, but it costs you X amount of dollars. Well, now maybe you're like, oh, okay, bet. Like maybe I'm more inclined to do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no, he said it's going to be a learning curve for a minute, right? Like he said, first time they've done something like this. And I think, discussions like this and this kind of feedback could lead to, other changes down the road.
Mutt Sports, the EA tweeted out, if you have any questions or any ideas, give it to us and we'll talk about it on GMM this throughout the whole week. So, if you want to hit up that tweet and put something on there,
right.
If you put it out into the whole community, it's more people talking about it and it hits more ears.
Yeah. They also tweeted out that face of the franchise and solo battles will all be down tomorrow morning. So.
And here we go.
The franchise and face of the franchise obviously needed to be addressed. So
yeah. So I'm happy to see that.
Listen, the instant proactive part of it, I'm okay with.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if something's wrong, like they gotta take the servers down to go fix it. Do it. Right. I never have an issue with server maintenance on a game, especially a live series game like this that needs it.
I like server maintenance over title update. That's for sure.
Yeah, I will gladly take server maintenance over title updates. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of title updates.
Yeah.
And I think fortunately we won't see one. I've heard no talks of one. So.
Right. Yeah. No. Hopefully we're at least like another month away from something like that. Gentlemen, it is 8:00. In 2 more weeks, we'll be kicking off. Oh, actually, in 2 more weeks. Is the game at 7? There's a double header that Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Thursday?
Oh, you get
Thursday or Monday?
Okay. You got 4 more minutes, right? 5 minutes?
Yeah. We got 4 more minutes. Oh yeah, we do have, ladies and gentlemen, there is a giveaway going on here. Mr. Raw Dog wants to throw out some love into the chat. Raw, go ahead, tell them what they are going to go in the running for today.
He just got inducted into the Hall of Fame. This is a Tony Baselli autographed mini helmet. Mm-hmm. All you got to do is just be in here and type in the keyword that Kay puts in.
How you spell Baselli?
Very simple.
Boselli.
Got it. Nailed it, coach.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Please don't make that the keyword.
No, it's not.
If you win, you got to hit up Kay in a whisper and let him know.
I message them. Don't message me. I'll message them.
And then just DM it to me.
Yeah, guys, so go ahead and type Raw in the chat right now to go ahead and get entered in.
Oh, is it Raw, not Baselli?
Yeah, it's not Baselli, it's Raw. It's Raw, that's it. Just like that. All right, I'm going in for it, too. I'm with my own damn giveaway.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
No, I better not. No, I can't. I can't. You want to see me fire in the streets? No. Nope, not even playing that game, bro.
Riot!
Yeah, all right, so while we'll give you guys another few minutes to go ahead and get in. Let me see if I can I'm going to jack this up. Watch this. Let me try to add in the screen real fast.
Hey, Raw, check this out.
Hey, wait a minute. Pause. We got 3 minutes or 2 minutes. I want to ask you all about this.
We're not done yet.
Tim Tebow.
Who?
Campus
Autograph Tim Tebow.
got announced.
Oh, that's
right.
What? The Gators helmet is what made me even think about that. We didn't even talk about that.
Oh, that is sick. I'm jealous.
That's dope, dude.
That is sick.
Yeah.
I love Tebow. Always did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tebow's got a special place in my heart.
Yep. Yeah.
Mine
too. He came and played for our team. We got screwed.
Ain't even talking about it. Tebow.
What were you saying, Dev? I'm sorry.
Overrated.
No, I was saying that they Shop showing off the Gators helmet made me remember that they announced Campus Heroes today.
Really?
Oh,
yes,
that,
they
yeah.
did.
I thought it was
They
mobile.
saw it. It was on the thing.
It was on there.
Yeah, they put it on the graphic, confirming that Campus Heroes is coming later in the season.
Oh.
So while we
Later
have
in
a couple
season
minutes
one.
while people enter the giveaway,
Actually,
give me one campus hero outside of Tebow, now that we've seen him, that you guys would be interested in seeing in the game.
I can't. Can I start this off real quick? Because I can't believe I'm going to say this name.
Yeah.
You guys know how much I cannot stand him IRL, but my God, Reggie Bush was an absolute fucking demon last year, and I want him back already.
I will say this. My guy that I think should, obviously is a campus heroes is obviously college greats, right?
Yeah.
I hated him as a player. I think he was, but you can't deny his college greatness. You got to give Eli Manning deserves a card. I'm sorry, he's one of the greatest college quarterbacks of all time.
Okay.
That'd be a good way to incorporate him, bring him back into the game.
I'm sorry. You
You
have
got to pick a
admit it.
different name, Rhino. You can't pick the same one.
Get off my back.
Oh, is that what we're doing right now? We're picking
Yeah, pick a campus hero you want in the game.
Give me
Oh,
one
man.
name that you would like to see.
Jake Plummer, dude.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, Jake Plummer just got done saying he wanted to live forever.
Bobby Boucher.
Oh man, that's a hard one.
Rod Tidwell.
I'm trying to think for my amazing blue Desmond Howard. Give me a Desmond Howard.
Ooh.
I don't even know who that is.
I mean, we all
You
know
don't
that.
know who Desmond Howard is?
Nope, not even ringing a bell.
Oh my goodness.
We all know that
Okay.
Ed Reed's going to get a card.
Yeah.
That whole Hurricane
Ooh.
team's going to get a card.
Charlie Ward.
Jeez.
Ward Dunn. I
Yeah.
would like it. I would love for EA to, and I know they can't do this, but I would love for EA to add college teams as part of a chemistry.
So, to be fair, and actually, if you go back and look at MUT 12, they actually
They had that,
sets.
right?
They actually had sets where you would do the whole set, and you would get the what's his name? Went to Marshall, Moss, right? Went to Marshall.
Moss, yeah. Uh-huh.
So you did the whole. So you would have to take people on the back of their card. It would say what college they went to, and you would have to put that person into the set, and that's who you got. You got Revis for Pitt. You got Moss and a whole bunch of other ones. So they can implement it somehow. If they did college sets, that's definitely a way to do it. Amazing program when they ran that.
Right on.
Rumor has it is that they can't do it because their contracts with these colleges doesn't begin until next year again. The reason why they were able to do it before was because of the NCAA contracts that they held and how they had all the little
Makes
conferences.
sense.
But
Right,
since
right.
they've had to
I got you.
redo things, but the other big rumor that
So
came
next
out
year
that I
is
was
what you're
reading
saying.
today,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
which is huge, is that you are actually going to be able to, for the first time in forever, your whatever they decide to call it in the new college football game is going to transfer over to face of the franchise. So that's why they set the foundation for that in this game. Why you start in college and then make your way up. They've started the foundation for that a few times. So we will see if those things come true. As far as who I'd like to see, I'm a big Herschel Walker fan, and he absolutely dominated in his college days. And with the way that running is this year, I would love
he's
to get
gonna be a
a
monster.
bigger back. Yeah, I would love to get a bigger, agile
Oh,
back
yeah.
than Herschel
Dude,
Walker.
The way
comes
this
to me.
game feels, like the bus comes out and it's just game over. I'm just going to dive nonstop. You won't be able to tackle. I can't tackle Derrick Henry as it is. I played against him today, and I was like, you can't, you literally can't tackle him.
Derrick Henry is a problem.
Yeah,
for
you can't. You can't. Don't hit stick him. You're literally just gonna bounce off like Josh Norman did.
Easy
your
does
best-
it. Just put Bo Jackson. The thing is Bo Jackson's going to get a card. We all know he gets a card.
Yeah.
every year.
Yeah.
This is guys
Yeah.
that we don't know if they're going to get a card. Who we'd like to see get a card.
Yeah.
Yeah. Herschel Walker doesn't always get a card.
Yeah, he's hit
Charles
and miss.
Woodson, I can't remember the last time he was in the game.
He hasn't been in like 4
yeah.
years.
Right.
Yeah. So
Chat real quick. Give you guys one more minute. Type Raw in the chat for your chance to win a Tony Baselli autographed mini helmet courtesy of Raw.
I mean, they could even do Archie Manning, like just to mix it up a little bit.
yeah.
But the other thing too with that college chemistry is then you have a theme team college team, which is kind of cool too.
Right.
Yeah,
They
that would
might do
diversify
right? 'Cause
teams
they have
quite a
these
bit.
Legends, right?
Big
They've got the
time.
legends, and now
Right.
they've got the all Madden, and like they're clearly playing around with more chemistries this year, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Super
So,
stoked for Legend Chems to make a return. We haven't had that since what, MUT 19, I think. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Legend Chems.
Oh, got you. Yeah.
So hold on. Let me ask y'all this.
They had legend strat items last year. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So the legend cards, they
Mhm.
should have every team that they play with, right? Because I got
Yeah.
Bruce Smith, and he didn't have Commanders chemistry on it.
Bruce Smith played for the Commanders.
He did.
Yes,
He finished out his career there.
his career there. Yeah.
Let me check. I have him.
Interesting.
Let me see. I'll tell you right now.
I don't
That's
know.
odd.
Actually, I think I did
thought
hear
they
that. Yeah,
said- I
they're
know that
supposed
some
to.
cards got updated today,
Okay.
so I
let me
wonder
check.
maybe give
I'm
him a
looking.
shot and see
Yeah,
if
I'm
he
gonna
was
look right
updated.
now.
I don't know. How is that card, by the way? Is he amazing?
Oh, he's a beast off the edge.
He's
Oh
a
my
beast.
god!
He's a beast.
Every one of those cards is every one of those cards are good. Even Mills is good as a middle linebacker.
I can't
And I'll
wait to
tell you
get a
this-
free one next week.
I'm gonna shop. You're probably the better player out of all of us. Do you use your linebackers now? Because this
Yes.
year,
Yes,
the linebackers are back,
they are.
Yes,
and I
yes.
love it. I've been
Um,
lurking like crazy with mine.
Can we talk about last question for the day? Because this made me think of it because I researched today who got tip drill, because the way that the blitz works and the ball's in the air, my defensive linemen literally just hold it for a second, then drop it because they're big dumb idiots, and none of them have fucking tip drill, and I can't wait for that to be a thing again. The only linebacker in the game that has tip drill is Sam Mills, and I'm not gonna lie, I think that's a fucking cheat code.
They haven't updated it. Sorry.
What is a must-have ability that you are running right now that you have to have on the field?
For me, it's short in elite on my receivers. Just because the meta is man right now, and
Right, that's the
people
beater.
are just pressing. Yes, just get short in elites, short out elites, and watch your guys cook. Watch
Yeah.
your guys cook.
I may have
Yep.
changed out two of my wide receivers today specifically for that reason. So now I have 4 short and elites on the field at all times.
Yeah, I didn't know short end elite worked as well as it did until I got cooked by Kyle Pitts. Man had 400 yards against me, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, hold on, what's going on?" And then I found out that I was in the minority of not knowing how good short end elite is. Oh, I can't wait. You know, some of these newer, that's what else I noticed is like some of these guide tier abilities, like route tech and stuff. That's
not
where they're
gonna be
hitting
here.
you for them training costs.
Yep.
Some of these abilities are 10,000 training
Right.
per ability.
Oof, man, that's gonna be wild.
By the
That's
way,
gonna be
who
wild.
did you say was the only one that had tip drill?
Sam Mills,
Sam Mills.
Sam Mills
Eric-
is the only
Eric Rowe
linebacker
has
that
it.
has tip drill.
only
Oh,
linebacker.
Linebacker. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
there's plenty of cornerbacks and safeties.
Oh,
that
Yeah,
have
but I
it,
don't need them. I need a
Sam Mills is
linebacker
the
on
only
linebacker
linebacker.
blitz 0 to fucking grab that ball when he goes to throw out a
Yeah.
sack.
Let me see. I have Leighton. Let me see if he has it.
I really want Bruce Smith right out of my free 89 all Madden player next week, but I might have to get Sam Mills, no lie, just to test this for science. All right, let's go ahead. You guys ready to roll this winner and see what we got?
Roll it.
Roll
tip
it.
drill.
Let me make this bigger. That's what she said.
I'm winning this.
Good luck, peeps. It's yours. You can't win it.
If he wins, he doesn't have to
You
give
know
it away.
if I win, I'll give out a $25 gift card.
Oh, look at that. Up in the air. Oh, I should have tried to win
If
it
I
then.
win-
Oh, damn it.
I just got an autographed Tony Vaselli helmet. I never win anyway, so you don't have to worry about me.
I've never won anything on these.
Oh, there I go.
The winner is Rhino.
Seriously?
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
As I said, I've never won on these. You can re-roll it. I'm not going to take that.
That is what. Re-roll it?
Yeah, re-roll it.
Alright, we'll
I'm not
re-roll
going
it.
to. Yeah. Let somebody else win it.
All right.
Okay.
All right,
Ryan
my
just
offer
wanted
still
to win.
stands.
That's,
My offer still stands.
The win. The fact that he got chosen was enough for him.
Shop's like fuck that humble shit. I'm winning that.
Yeah,
Hey, I already said it. Y'all can kiss my ass. Ain't nobody re-rolling nothing.
That's
Y'all
fine.
see it right there in the corner. It's a spot waiting for it too. We're gonna be talking about.
If Shop wins it, you can trade me that
every day
TiVo
on the
helmet.
stream.
Oh man.
There I go again, and
Hey, Extreme Snake takes it. There we go.
Let's go.
GG's in the chats, boys and girls.
GG.
jeez.
Snake, buddy, I will message you after the stream to get your address, and I will transfer that over to Raw. Get you all hooked up with your new stuff, man. Nice.
You know where we're
Congrats,
going
Snake.
tonight, right?
Yes, 100,000%. That's where we're going today. Absolutely. Everybody's fucking stoked. And somebody else that we all love and know is next, but we're not allowed to talk about it. So,
Nope.
I didn't say anything.
I don't even know what I don't
Talk
even
about
know
what?
you're talking about.
Nothing.
Who?
The next person
I
getting
have no idea.
nothing. I'm talking about a thing. Guys, that is it for tonight. We are 2 weeks away from football. One more show to do, just straight Madden before NFL kicks off. I'm so excited. And we should have some special news coming out in the future that we can't talk about yet. But oh my God, I'm so excited. That's going to be cool, man. Nexus is on the rise. Make sure you guys hit up the Nexus Discord and the Twitter and apply, man. If you are a content creator, come join us. Yes, it's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. Guys, we're going to go over and raid Mr. Swain Games today, Twitch's newest partner on the streets. Long time fucking coming. Let's go show this man some love. We appreciate the hell out of you guys. Dev, take us out with 200%, please, sir.
Hey, 200%. 100% passion, 100% positivity, and you will reap the benefits that you seek. Have a wonderful evening. Peace.
Yeah. And out.